Hello Stampin' friends, this is Jeannie here in the bluegrass state of Kentucky. Today we're going to be making this card. This is a card that we made at my January classes this month. It's a back fold card, so this piece folds back to open the card. So that's what we're going to be making. We will be using this gorgeous DSP Designer Series paper. I want you to see this. It is just beautiful. It has Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, plus all these gold accents. So I'll just flip through these quickly so that you can see what they look like. The backs are really pretty. The backs do not have the gold. They're more of subtle patterns. So you could use them to accent your gold pieces or in a totally different way. So that's the DSP that we're using. I've also used it on another card. Here's the other card that I just finished today. This is using a free stamp set and dies from Celebration. This is the heart-shaped bundle, and this is free with a qualifying order. It comes with the stamp set and it comes with 6 dies. So I've taken this little die and cut it with gold foil. I hope you can see the gold on that. So this was just another card I made, and I took that DSP and I flipped part of it over. So this was the side with the gold, and then this strip was the back of it. So that's just another card, but the one that we are making is this one. For this, we'll be using the Hugs of Love bundle. That is this stamp set and this punch. So I'm not really sure which way is the best way for you to see that punch without the glare, but it is called the To The Point punch, and this is Hugs for Love. And there is another stamp set that coordinates with this punch, and that is called Bright Borders, and that is this one, and it also works with the same punch. You're gonna need some supplies. We've got a piece of Melon Mambo. This is 5.5 by 7.5. We've got some DSP. This is 2 3/4 by 5. And another strip of that, a 1/2 inch by 5. We've got 2 pieces of Flirty Flamingo, 3 by 5 1/4. We also have a 3/4 by 5 1/4 piece of Flirty Flamingo. And we have basic white, 2 3/4 by 5. You'll also need a scrap to stamp and punch on. And then I have a piece of the gold twisted thread. This is about 12 inches long. And I've got a couple of little embellishments. And the embellishments are, they're from this pack. This is on the last chance list, but I love this set. It has both large and small. It has gold, silver, copper, and bronze. So it's a metallic. It is called Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequence. So if you like these, I really like them because they are neutral. All of the gold and metallics. But if you like these, be sure to grab them before they're gone. So the first thing we will do is score our card base, and we're going to score that at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. So I'm going to use my Simply Scored 3 1/4, 6 1/2. We'll put that over to the side. And we'll go ahead and stamp and get that out of the way. So I'm using the stamps. They are photopolymer, so I am bringing in my foam pad, Stampin' Pierce mat. This is Melon Mambo. I'm gonna stamp this frame. This is the one with the 2 little hearts. And I'm going to stamp that in Melon Mambo. And there's our frame. I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day, also in Melon Mambo. Get it over here where I can see a little better. And then I have Flirty Flamingo. And I want to stamp this little row of hearts down at the bottom. So there's our label. And while that's drying, we'll go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. This is You Make Me Smile. That will be in the Flirty Flamingo, in the Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to add some little hearts down here at the bottom, and I'm just going to bring in a piece of scrap paper just because I'm going to be stamping off the edges a little bit. And there's our hearts. So now I can get rid of this. And I can put my inks away. We are finished with those. And we're ready to assemble our card. And let's go ahead and punch out kind of shaky. Goodness. The only other thing that I did is I took one of those panels of Flirty Flamingo. So I have this. And I took one of those panels and I cut a square out of that. And I used the Stylish Shapes. There's a set of 5 squares in that die set, and this is the middle size. So they're 2 smaller and 2 larger than this one. This is the middle size, and I cut that out to get this piece. And I also cut a heart out. That's going to be for a different project, but this is going to be used as our layer, and that's a good way to save some paper. So now we will start working on our card. We're going to fold that center fold, and we're going to go ahead and give that a crease. We're also going to fold this one back, but we are not going to crease it because we want the card to be flat. So we're really not going to fold that back too far. On the front of our card, we will attach this piece. And I'm putting this on the front of the card because I don't want to run into problems when I write my message on my card, or I could put this under the piece in the center of the card, but we're going to put it on the front because we are going to cover that up with our DSP. So do not worry about those holes. This is a good way to save paper, and if you're doing classes like I do, it's a good way not to have to cut so many pieces of paper. So there's the front of our card. We're going to flip that over, and we're going to put the one without the holes on the inside because this is where you would be writing your message, and you don't want those holes to interfere with that. And so now we're just going to center that on that panel. We've got this strip we're going to put over here on the side piece. And then we have that other piece of DSP, and you could put it on with this, with the gold up, but I'm actually going to flip that over and use the other side of that. So I'll be putting my adhesive right on that gold piece. I'll be sticking that right here. And now we're ready to work on this. So what we'll do with this, we're going to flip it over. We're going to take some of our seal, and we're going to put that right across the center of this. And we'll take our gold thread and we will just stick it on that adhesive, and you'll decide where you want that to be. So I'm just doing a couple of loops up here at the top, a couple little loops down here at the bottom, and sticking that down. And that, now you can hopefully see how that looks. And then we'll take our dimensionals and we'll put a couple of dimensionals on that. You could actually put 3 or 4 on there, however many you want. And we are going to stick this onto this Flirty Flamingo square, and we're going to turn it so that it is a diamond instead of a square. And we're just going to center that. And we're ready to put this on our card. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to put a dimensional right there on the corner. And the reason is because this is only going to be attached to this back fold. If you attach it all over, your card is not going to open. So we are going to lay this down. We don't want it to hang over because of our envelope. We want it to fit in our envelope. We'll just decide where we want that. We'll press that down. And now you can see that there's no adhesive anywhere except where that dimensional is, so that this can close and open. So again, this is called a back fold card because this piece folds back to open our card. The only other thing I added was those little embellishments. So I'm just going to take one of the larger ones and I'm going to put it over here. Oops. And I'll take one of the smaller ones and I'll put it up here. And there you have it. A quick and easy little Valentine's card. So I hope you enjoyed this project. If you would like to see more of my projects, go to www.bluegrassstamper.com. I'll also be posting a tutorial for the other card that I showed this week. So hop over there and look at that and subscribe. If you'd like more tutorials, I send out a tutorial every week. My email, well, if you go to my website, you'll see a little blue dot pop up and you click on that, you'll get a free tutorial there. Plus you'll be signing up for my newsletter with your email address. My email address is bluegrassstamper@gmail.com in case you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.